Hey guys, just a word to the wise. I was noticing that the news was talking a lot about coronavirus cases, and they're beginning to double weekly now. And it's interesting that they're starting to ramp this up just around election time. So, where are we going to be in 2 weeks when it's, November 4th, when it's the final time for elections? Are they going to cancel it? Are they going to allow it? Are they going to make some sort of tally? I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't really care. I'm not going to vote. But it was interesting because I was looking into that, and I was also looking into, because I ran across Leland Jones' notes. And if you know Leland Jones, he does a lot of deep searching into the Bible to test the spirits. So I was looking at that, and I screenshot his timeline for December 14th. And he's saying it's the last trumpet, possibly. And his idea of the trumpets is that the trumpets are the feast days. And he's got a lot of good videos to back up a lot of his stuff. A lot of playlists. You can search them out. And I'm not saying that I know, or that I say that this stuff is rock solid. I don't know. But December 14th is the beginning of Hanukkah, and there's going to be a solar eclipse on that day. And when I was looking into that, and I was thinking okay, well then, let's look at that in the Bible, Revelation chapter 11. So then you can dig a little deeper, and you go into Revelation 12, and it's the woman clothed in the sun, and then it talks about the war in heaven with Michael, and then they cast out Satan. And it always makes me think of lightning being cast down. Now I'll come back to that. Because when I was looking up things on Hanukkah and December 14th, I found this. It's the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. Now Jupiter is compared to, in mythology, Zeus, whose symbol is the lightning bolt, of course we all know. And it makes me think of all this, the Marvel movies. Now take that. And then Saturn, they're going to be in conjunction in the sky, in the heavens. So Saturn, you do a little look on him, in his other mythological name is Kronos. Now think about Kronos in those Marvel movies. Kronos was the guy that was getting all the rings, and he was, the all-powerful, he was pretty much unstoppable. And now you take that, and it's I wonder is when the Bible says, I saw Lucifer as lightning fall from heaven. And Leland Jones was also talking about Donald Trump. He believes is the Antichrist, and he does a lot of comparisons with his there's a whole lot of things on that you can find out if you go to his playlists. And I'm just seeing all this, and I haven't heard anybody talk about this conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, and it just kind of was mind-blowing that this is going to happen after December 14th. And that's going to, I think, it's the 21st or the 23rd, something like that. And Hanukkah goes for the 8 days, so you could say it starts on the 14th, and what's 8 days later? That's the 22nd. So this conjunction starts on the 21st. And this, Hanukkah goes from evening, I believe, until evening. The evening of the new moon or the full moon. I don't know how that works right now. But there's a solar eclipse right then. And I don't believe that, I can't remember if there's going to be a lunar eclipse 2 weeks later for the new moon or the full moon, whichever way that goes, I'm not sure. But, these things are all they're coming rapid fire at me right now. I'm kind of mind blown. I'm just trying to get this all down real quick to show you guys. If you want, I would suggest just start looking into these things. Put in the eclipse for the 14th. Look at the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. Compare those things into the Bible. The war, you kind of see that. If they're talking about the woman clothed in the sun was September 23rd, 2017, and now we're seeing this war happening, and that's, 42 months later? Almost, it's almost 3 years later. 3 years and 2 months, two or 3 months. And I believe that would go into March for the 42 months. So is that war in heaven going to come down to earth? You know, what's going to, I'm not sure. I'd have to look more into this. I'm just trying to get this out right now, so bear with me. I'm sorry. But I think this is just something to look into. I'm going to cut this off now, but I'll try to show as much as I can. So just a word to the wise guys. I think now it is very important to stay in the Bible, stay in prayer, and try to tell others, you know, to start looking at these things, because I don't think this is all just happening by coincidence, you know, with these lockdowns. I think the COVID's going to get everybody tied up. It's going to keep you all in your homes, and if we're somehow Babylon, you know, a part of Babylon, the world is part of Babylon, you know, everything. So I think it's just something we all got to take a look at and start looking a little bit more into all these events that are going to be happening very soon here, circulating around the elections. How the elections roll out, I don't know, but I think it's going to be very important. Just a word to the wise, guys.